Hi, I'm Rodney Marsh and welcome to the new supporters website. Today I'm with Mike Summerbee and Fred Ayres. We're doing the Summerbee luncheon. It's a Friday and it's for the launch of my new book, Loose Cannon, which is out for Christmas. So again, welcome to all the supporters to the new website. Hope you enjoy it.
The one and only Rodney Marsh. Now the title of the book is Rodney Marsh, I Was Born a Loose Cannon. Now, that says it all really.
Okay, let's go.
So you listed your top 10 loose cannons and put Diego Maradona at the very top above George Best. That was a bit of a surprise.
To who?
To me. Do you want me to list all the ones you've got? Diego top, George Best second, Eric Cantona third, Roy Keane, fourth, Gaza,
fifth,
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
Now, Vinnie Jones, are we talking about actual ability on the ball as well? I mean, somebody like you with your ability, you're listing Vinnie Jones as well.
Yeah, but where I was coming from a position of football players that have done outrageous things over the years that bring notoriety to them. I've got Bruce Grobbelaar in there as well.
Number 10.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily because they're great footballers, but because they've done things in their careers that have been so outrageous that nobody could have predicted it. I mean, Cantona jumping into the crowd and kung fu kicking the guy, I mean, that's just absolutely outrageous. And that's why I've said there are other, not only me, I've done mad things as well, as Tommy Good will tell you. But there's other players that have done similar things, and I've put those players 1 to 10 who I think now. Loose Cannon was first mentioned to me when I was a young player playing for Fulham, and the manager called me into his office one day, and this is absolutely how it happened, and this is the reason, part of the name of the book. And he said, Rodney, I'm going to let you go. Is this fit booking? It was Fit Buckingham. And he said, and he was an educated man, and footballers, basically, generally speaking, leave school very early. They're not particularly well read, and football is their life. Vic Buckingham, the manager, was a very, very bright, educated man, and he called me into his office and he said, "We're letting you go." He said, "Because I don't know what you're going to do." And he said, "Do you know what a loose cannon is?" And I said, "No, I've got no clue." He said, "A loose cannon is on the ships during Nelson's time."
The Armada.
Yeah, exactly. That was straight though. So you're getting closer and closer.
That's what it is in the books.
Okay. Is when they tied down the cannons, because if one actually got free, it would spread all over the decks and it would kill the soldiers.
He would be a danger to his shipmates, i.e. teammates.
Fred, that's what I'm trying to say. I know. Obviously not very well. So he said, "And you're a loose cannon." He said, "And I'm going to sack you, basically. I'm going to let you go." And that's when I first realised that that was my personality.
Did you deliberately ignore team tactics or...
See what?
Yeah, it's easy for you to say. Team tactics, the them little white mints, you know, that they sell at the corner store. And, or was it just completely impossible for you to conform?
No, anybody that knows me, and knows me well, know that I absolutely love football. Football has been my life, football has been my passion. And I could only ever play one way, Fred, and that was to go out and enjoy myself and have fun and just play as I wanted to play and make goals and score goals. And everywhere I played, that's the way I played. And if you liked it, that was fine, and if you didn't like it, that was fine too. I joined Fulham as a ground staff lad at 16, And Johnny Haynes was the captain of England and captain of Fulham. And Johnny Haynes was some of the older guys might remember Johnny Haynes. He was absolutely brilliant. He was a brilliant footballer. And England played, I was 16 years old, England played Russia at Wembley and won 8-3. Johnny Haynes made 4 goals and scored 3 goals. And next day they come back to the ground at Craven Cottage. I got his boots and I cleaned his boots and I put the turf of Wembley, Johnny Haynes' boots, I put it in a matchbox. I kept it for years and years. So when I joined QPR, the crowds were 4,500. In the first year we were there, we won the 3rd Division Championship, we won the League Cup. I scored 44 goals in my first year. The following year we went into I got an England cap as well in the 3rd Division. The following year we went into the 1st Division, we got promoted, and it was all like a big fairy tale, and it was just one of those, and I loved the fans, they loved me, and we just got on, and it was just brilliant. And the only team that I would have left, and I mean this completely sincerely, was Manchester City. And the reason I felt that was because, first of all, was Malcolm Anderson, who I thought at the time was the greatest coach in Europe at the time. And the other thing was that it was a winning team. You looked at the table, and they were winning the 1st Division, they were winning the Cup Winners' Cup, they won the FA Cup, they won the League Cup, they won the Charity Shield. It was like year after year of winning. And at that time, Manchester United were nowhere near Manchester City. I can't think if you remember that. But it was absolutely fantastic, and that was the only team I wanted to join. I turned down Newcastle, I turned down Spurs. I want to say this, that when you read it and when the people are, because there's more than Manchester City in the book. It's about my early career, it's about America, it's about England, it's about Capello. There's a chapter there on Wayne Rooney, which we haven't talked about. There's my predictions for the World Cup before the World Cup, which when you read it, you're going to say, how could he have known that was going to happen, by the way? And I'm not picking myself up, it's true. But there's one thing that's going to happen. When you read it, half of you are going to be upset and angry, and the other half are going to be understanding of what I've said about Colin Bell and Francis Lee. Because there's a whole chapter in the book about the relationship. I thought it was time that the hatchet was buried between the two people, and I made that quite clear, and it's in the book. And when you read it, it is 100% true.
As we always do, make your own judgments, as you always will, with Rodney Marsh.
Well, thank you very much, people who come into our luncheon club. It's been running for a long time now. Today's been very successful with Rodney Marsh, quite outspoken about his autobiography. And I've read it actually, it's a very, very good read. There might be one or two things in it that people are upset about, but if you read it, you'll find the genuine truth in it. But it's been a very successful day. We need to be able to continue doing our luncheon clubs. We're thinking all the time of what we can do and what we can't to please people. So we need the support behind us all the time. It's been a very successful day today, but the food has been lovely, and I'm sure that if people come along, they'll enjoy themselves.